Hey everybody, welcome back to Heart Breathings. So I have a planner video basically for you today about how I plan my social media in an EC hourly planner. I like using an hourly planner for social media because then I can kind of see how my day is unfolding, when I need to schedule these posts for, and that sort of thing. Now, I have really had a struggle over the years with being really consistent on my social media and making sure that I am following a theme or really putting the type of content out there that I want. But I am trying this year in 2022 to get more deliberate and intentional in what I am posting on social media, when I'm posting, and trying to serve my audience even more than I have in the past. So that's why I decided to actually use a separate planner. And to be honest, I have been trying to find a good system that works for social media planning for me for years and years, and I still haven't found anything that's perfect, but I'll show you what I've been doing in this planner. Now, I started out the year strong, and then when we moved, I sort of fell off for about a month, and now I'm getting back into it. So let me show you what I do for my social media planning, where I am right now, but also remind you that for most people, our planning process or how we post to social media or even how we market our books is always a work in progress, and it's always shifting and getting better. So this is not going to be a perfect system, but hopefully it will give you some ideas. So I'm also going to talk about not only what I'm doing right now, but where I hope to be by the end of the year. And then hopefully I can do a new video towards the end of the year and share that I have actually made progress toward that dream social media life. So let's get started. Let me show you the inside, and we're going to go ahead and actually plan a week together. Okay, everybody, so let's take a look at how I have been using an Erin Condren hourly planner to plan out my social media. So this is just something that I really want to work on this year, is getting better at planning and then eventually scheduling out my social media. Much like many of you, I have so much on my plate that I'm looking for ways to make my process more efficient, to not spend so much time in the ideation phase of things like what can I post today, and instead have just like one Sunday afternoon or one day where I plan out my topics and then get that stuff done early. And so this is the first step, is just finding a way to plan it out ahead of time. And I do have a social media scheduler called FeedHive. I will link that down below for you, that allows me to post in multiple Facebook groups, multiple Instagrams. So since I have both a writing career and a Heart Breathings, YouTube/coach career, I do need the ability to post on multiple things. And I know multiple of you have lots of different pen names or several different brands or careers that you're managing as well. So that one has been really good for me. It allows me to have my assistant go in there as well, but we just haven't gotten started actually scheduling things out yet. It's going to be great once we can use it. But in order to schedule things out, you have to know what you're posting. And that has been a challenge for me, because for most of my career, unless I have a release coming up, I haven't put a lot of thought, like pre-thought or forethought, into what I'm going to be posting on social media. It's just been like, as the day goes on, I think of something I want to record and I get it done. And that has been somewhat successful for me, but I would like to make it more streamlined and more efficient. So this is where I'm heading for it. So please know that this is not a perfect system yet. It's barely developed, and I'm hoping that maybe you can share some ideas with me and I can share ideas with you. So first things first, we've talked about this so many times on this channel, but stickers and things that make your planner pretty, even having a paper planner, none of this is necessary to being on social media. However, I find that the more I look forward to using the stickers, or the more things are like cute and pretty, the more I get excited about using them. So this is kind of like a little Jedi mind trick that I use on myself to get excited about my planner. So when I knew I was going to be doing social media planning this year, I purchased, as part of my Christmas gift from my husband, a bunch of these Planner Kate weekly samplers. Now, she has full kits that, if you're familiar with Erin Condren, like full boxes and kits like that, you know that these can get really expensive. But the weekly sampler just has like washi on the side, one full box, some icons, a few half boxes, and then some quarter boxes. And I find that this is perfect for a social media hourly layout. And these are only more like $3. I think I did get them on sale, but there's so many cute designs. And so this will keep me going for the year. A bit of an expense when you take that 3 times 52 weeks, but I am kind of reusing some of them as well. But anyway, I'm using an hourly planner for now. And so far I do like this, but I have only used it a few weeks so far out of the year. So let me show you how I'm using it. So first of all, I have not gotten anything done yet with the monthly layout. This is a work in progress. And like I said in the intro, hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be able to share with you how much this system has grown. And what my plans are for this monthly layout is to either track like how each post has done. So let's say I make a post on Thursday, January 6th about my new 2022 planners or something. I could go back in a week and see how many likes did that get? How much engagement did that get? I don't know if I really want to track those stats as closely, but I might track them here and there. Another thing that I could do on this monthly spread is basically tracking or pre-planning my themes. So since we're looking at January, if I was figuring out what I was going to post for Heart Breathings, obviously for these first few weeks, it could be New Year goals, your planners, different things like that. For my Sarra Cannon author fans, like my reader fans, maybe I could post something like, do you have a Goodreads goal for the year? What was your favorite book that you read last year? And those kind of themes that I could look back on and really brainstorm ahead of time would give me ideas for what to post, because then when I go and I am planning out the week, I can see that I already had some themes picked out, and now I can just come up with some posts. Because what I find to be the two like probably most difficult things about consistency with social media is, number one, figuring out what to post that people are going to find interesting and helpful. And number two, being consistent with it, which the consistency usually comes because I don't have a posting plan. And I do like for my social media still to be more personalized. Like I don't necessarily want my entire feed to be like scheduled out infographics or anything like that. But I think it would be helpful in my consistency if I can make some of those plans ahead of time. So I have a few weeks here. Here's one that was my birthday week that I didn't end up using. But you know, I do have some weeks like this one and several others that I kind of came up with a system that was working. And then we moved into our new house and I took about a month off, and now I'm just getting back into it. But I will share with you just briefly how I use this planner and the type of things that are working for me. So let me move over to this week that we're talking, like this is the week right now. I apologize in advance. I did get some Posca paint pens, and when I was shaking them up, I got them all over my planner. So that was not Evie. I'm not going to blame that on her. That was all me playing with paint. But here's the types of things I post in here. I post what the reel of the day or Instagram post is going to be for each of my social medias. I don't necessarily post every single day on Instagram for both of my brands, but that would be ideal to post every day. At the very least, every other day. If you follow me on Heart Breathings on Instagram, you'd see that I do post pretty regularly. My Sarra Cannon, however, has really gotten to be few and far between. So I want to be working on that. One of the things that I might change about how this is working with these stickers is, you know, you get different colors every week. And since I have a Sarra Cannon Instagram and a Heart Breathings Instagram, as well as Facebook and Facebook groups for each of those brands, it might be more efficient for me to color code how I am using, you know, like all the Sarra Cannon stuff would be purple, all the Heart Breathing stuff would be blue, but there aren't always enough quarter boxes in each color. So I might switch this up a little bit, but for now I'm just using the stickers. But on this sidebar, I have been marking down what is my theme for the week. And when I'm thinking about a theme for the week, I'm really thinking about my followers. What types of stuff are you struggling with right now? What types of stuff do they want to see from me? What types of behind the scenes or parts of my process can I share? And so for Heart Breathings this week, I had planned on mostly talking about following through with your planning. And then on Sarra Cannon, I was going to talk mostly about restarting my Shadow Demon Saga Book 12. So this plan has not gone according to like perfection, but I have found it helpful. I'm recording this on Wednesday, so all of this has not exactly happened, but it is helping me. And I'm hoping that as I continue to work on this planning process and thinking through it ahead of time, I will get better and better at actually following through with it. But I wanted to share the fact that I'm making the plan and then everything isn't getting posted, because I know that sometimes it's easy to look at other people or influencers or whatever, and we think that they're doing everything perfectly and following through. And then it makes us feel like we're just doing a terrible job. But I can assure you, you're doing great. And hopefully some of these tips will be helpful for you. So I put a Q here, like question mark, what do I want to share for this? I haven't really started sharing anything yet. But over here on the sidebar, I also put, for my Sarra Cannon brand, what is my starting YouTube subscriber number for the week? And what is my starting Instagram subscriber or followers? And then the same for Heart Breathing. So at the end of the week, I can go in and put these numbers in to see how much they increased. And then week after week after week, I'll be able to hopefully go in and say, okay, this week I had a surge in followers. What did I do right? What did people like the most? And I can really analyze that. Whereas if I wasn't tracking this, I would have no way to see if I had a particularly good week or if things have been slowing down. So this lets me know how I'm doing in general and whether my posting is actually moving the needle or not. I also made some notes for myself to make sure to use the reels for Sarra Cannon in my Facebook group as well, because now, if you didn't know, you can actually share your reels to your Facebook groups. So if you're creating reels on Instagram, you can download them from Instagram, go to your Facebook group on mobile, click reel, and upload that same reel, add in the music and captions or whatever else you had in there, and then post it to your group. So that is really cool. So I just made a note to do that for myself. So in terms of what I put in this planner, I do sometimes put things like phone calls or meetings that I have with people, because sometimes I know that that is going to be a time when I can't be posting anything like stories because I have something else going on that morning or whatever. But I don't tend to post like every single thing that is an appointment on my schedule. Like I'm not putting my task list for my HB90 in here. This is only time-based meetings and appointments and my social media. Now in the future, I might decide to take out these time-based meetings because they're not social media related and I'm just not sure if they're helpful or not. But what I want to avoid is like scheduling for myself to do like content creation when I'm also in a meeting. So that's why I included that here. So I have marked the type of topic or post that I want to make for the day in my first brand and then also my second brand. And then I also have marked here any live streams that I'm going to do, because I also consider that social media. These are live streams in my Heart Breathing's writing community, which, by the way, if you are here and you're watching this video when it first gets posted, it should be April 14th now that as you're watching, so you will have missed the morning. But come join us. We have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday virtual retreat in the Heart Breathing's writing community on YouTube and on Facebook. So I will put all those links down below if you want to come join us and do lots of fun live writing sprints. But I've been marking basically what is the topic or what is the thing that I want to talk about. And I do hope and intend to, if I'm posting it to my Sarra Cannon Instagram, for example, then I will also be posting either the exact same thing or something very similar into my Facebook group. Where I do struggle is that I have a Facebook page for Sarra Cannon and a Facebook group and an Instagram. And I sometimes will post the same thing to Instagram as well as the two Facebook pages and group. But I feel like the people in my Facebook group kind of would rather maybe see something a little bit different. So I might switch up that posting strategy. But for now, that's kind of been the easiest way to do it. So that's how I plan it. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to sit and we're going to plan next week. Now on Sunday, I fly out to Chicago and I will be there until Wednesday evening with my mastermind group with Amber McHugh. So I will hopefully be posting some reels, but hopefully I'm going to post some things ahead of time. But I'm now going to kind of switch over to a voiceover so that I can plan this and you guys can see the process. Okay, so let's just have a little chat about social media planning, because I feel like where I have made some mistakes in the past, like I was talking about, is consistency. And I think that that is due to overcomplicating social media. Now, I do have, I think, 5 Facebook groups, 2 separate Instagrams, 2 separate Instagram pages, and a Discord server, and 2 YouTube channels. So I have a lot of social media, but I was trying to come up with brand new original content for every single channel and making sure that I was posting to every single one every day. And, there's one thing to hope for an ideal, and then there's another to face the reality of what you have and start figuring out, like, where can I start to improve in small increments. And I think that this is what I've come to realize with a lot of my planning, not just social media. But first of all, when I'm approaching social media, instead of thinking, how can I post to all these channels every single day? Instead, I've started thinking, where do I want to start? What are my non-negotiables? Like, what are the most important parts of my social media posting any given week? And the thing that I'm putting down right now on the screen is my weekly coffee chat for my Sarra Cannon YouTube channel. This has become a huge part of my community. It's good for me. It's good for my community. We have such a great group that meets there, and I love it. Then I also have what I'm putting down now, which is my Thursday YouTube video on heart breathings. So these are kind of the cornerstone pieces for each of my brands. I've got a video every Thursday with a newsletter and social media posts for heart breathings. And then I have a Friday coffee chat that's live every week on Sarra Cannon. So that is already something I'm doing, and I want to expand and build upon that. So something else that I'm putting down now is I'm hoping to start sharing vlogs that I've been recording about a project called 6 Months for Life. I've talked about it before, but I'm not going to go into it too much on this video. But if I can get those started for Tuesdays, then that'll be every other week or at least once a month for that. You can also see up there along the top in the morning, I have HBIG story. If you've been around as an Instagram follower for a while, you know that for almost a year, I think, or more, I was doing an HB coffee chat in the morning, which was about 3 to 5 minutes of Instagram stories in the morning. Just as a good morning, here's what's up for the day kind of thing. And I would love to get back to that. So that's on my list there for every morning as I hope to do it. Now what I'm adding in is, what am I going to post as my daily topic, basically, for both of my brands, for my Sarra Cannon brand and for my Heart Breathings brand. And so in order to decide what I want to post, I have chosen a theme for the week. So it would be something like, we're going to talk about confidence next week on Heart Breathings. So what are, just 4 or 5 topics on confidence that I can talk about on my Instagram and Facebook. And instead of trying to create original content for Instagram versus Facebook, I'm just going to post the same things. Like I was talking about, you can now post your reels to your Facebook pages. And so I'm going to be repurposing that content and just paying attention to how engagement is. And I do know that sometimes people are going to see the same post multiple times or the same reel multiple times, but that's going to be okay. Like, it's easier to repurpose that content than it is to create like 12 different pieces of content every day. So I have basically come up with a plan to post almost every day one small thing that is related to my topic for the week. And then this week that I'm planning right now, I'll be in Chicago and I'll be traveling on Wednesday. So I'm not planning to make a regular post, but I'll probably do some extra stories about the travel. I would also love to get into a place where I am doing like plan with me type things, maybe on Instagram, even if it's just a reel or something on Sundays. So this is my ideal posting schedule. And then on the sidebar there on the left, I'm putting those topics that I'm planning for the week. And then I'm also keeping track of what are my numbers for the week. Are they growing? Is all this work making a difference and moving the needle for me? Or is it not really worth my time? Because it may turn out that I don't need to post this often in order to keep my community going. Or it might turn out that posting more often is something that is going to really change the game for me. So if you're not tracking it, you won't know. But this is something that I hope will help me be more consistent. So I hope this is helpful for you, and I hope to share more once I am actually using the system for a longer period of time. Okay, so that is my plan for the week. And like I said, this is just me so that took about 10 minutes to sit down and get all of this sort of planned out what I'm going to do. Now, I don't have the numbers for where I will be come Monday, but I will write those in probably Sunday night. I'll go ahead and write in these numbers and then also these. So I know where I ended last week and where I started this week. This little box here at the top where I put an Instagram and a Facebook is where I'm going to actually put, Evie's in here, so you can probably hear her. I'm going to put a little tally every time I make a post or a story so that I can keep track of how many times I actually posted. Now, one thing I would like to, I told you this is where I am. I pre-plan just the basic topics. And in my head, when I say crystals, I already have an idea of what that post or reel is going to look like. And so I've got that already in my head. If I wanted to, I could also use something like a sticky note or something with extra piece of paper here that I could mark what that meant or what my vision for that would be. But for now, it's kind of all stuck in my head, and I think that's working out just fine. But one thing that I want to get better at as the year progresses, like by the time I make it to the end of this planner, it would be great if I have all this planned out and I just went ahead and this, let's say this was next week's plan. I went ahead this week or a couple weeks in advance and went ahead and created that content all in one afternoon in a big old batch session and then got it scheduled out so that all I have to do throughout the week is actually just go in and comment and hang out with people in the comments. I think that would be an ideal kind of thing to do. But for now, at least I can see at a glance what I'm meant to be posting. Another thing that I would like to do is come in and actually check it off if I made that post on time. I have, as you can see, a sort of plan that I'm trying out to post in my Sarra Cannon group and in Instagram more like 11 a.m. because I see that I have a lot of people are active in my group around noon every day, maybe lunch breaks or that kind of thing. And then in the afternoons with my heart breathings, because that's when I seem to get a lot more traction. And then I want to get back to doing an HB Coffee Chat story in the morning on Instagram from Monday through Friday, just a kind of good morning, kind of welcome to the day sort of thing at the first of the day. So this is kind of my rough sketch plan, and I want to track how well I followed through with it. And if I didn't follow through, what else did I post? Like, let's say on Tuesday, I didn't post about crystals, but I did end up posting about my favorite book I've been reading lately. So I would maybe make a note here that said, switch to this other topic, or I did the crystals on a different day. But this at least gives me an idea of what I hope to post. And I hope you find this helpful as well. Let me know if you have any other suggestions or if you do your social media planning in a different kind of way. I am really working on my social media game this year, and I have kind of grown more organically over time. And I enjoy social media. It's just something I like doing and interacting with people over there, but I would like to get more efficient at it. So that's hopefully a progression you guys will see throughout the year. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely, if you get a chance, come join us in the virtual writing retreat. Like I said, I will put a link down below to where you can join those live streams and come hang out with us throughout the weekend. Otherwise, I will have some content next week, kind of sharing what I'm doing in my mastermind and how that helps me and my business. And then next Thursday, we'll have a video about a productive week in my life in my HB90 planner. So I hope you enjoy that. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. Share the videos with other people, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.